Hey, welcome to the reading. Today we're going to be asking the fairies for their guidance. You can pick from pile number 1 or pile number 2. Okay, I'll see you in your selected piles. This fairy is representative of the hawthorn tree, and the crystal is green aventurine. I chose the green aventurine for this pile because hawthorn is connected to the heart. A lot of times as a supplement people will take for their hearts, and with that it is connected to the heart chakra. And I wanted to read to you some information I found out about it. Hawthorn has been celebrated for centuries as a symbol of the heart, love, and protection. Known as the heart herb, hawthorn has deep roots in ancient traditions where it was used to heal emotional wounds, ward off negativity, and open pathways to personal transformation. Hawthorn is more than just a medicinal remedy. It serves as a powerful tool for balancing the heart chakra, strengthening emotional resilience, and fostering connection with higher realms. And I also read that hawthorn is the tree used during like May Day festivals when they have the May Day pole, that the hawthorn tree was used as the May Day pole, and because of that it is also connected to fertility. But I chose this plant specifically because hawthorn is considered sacred to the fairies. But let's pull some cards from the fairy deck and see what they have to tell you today. Okay. Celebration. Get ready to let your hair down and celebrate. It's time to go out to dance and play. An invitation could be on the way. Abundance. Prepare yourself for incoming abundance. Release any mental blocks you may have. In fairyland and humanland, there is enough abundance for everyone. And wait for winter. During the colder months, the fairy queen of winter will help you manifest your most heartfelt wishes as long as your intentions are for the highest good of all. This really says to me that the fairies are saying, get ready, it's time to celebrate. Like your abundance is coming in. And with the wait for winter card, I feel like this abundance has been a long time coming, that you have been waiting for a while. And because you chose Hawthorn, I feel like this abundance that is coming in is connected to your heart chakra. That you have had a heart chakra opening, or that you have become more open to receiving, like more open to abundance in your life, and you've worked through old wounds. This abundance card talks about releasing blocks, and that could be blocks tied to receiving. And now that you've worked through those blocks, the abundance is starting to come in. And with the green, I'm also thinking of like new growth, more opportunities coming in, new projects, new things in your life that you didn't expect, or that previously you may have said no to before. And I'm being reminded that abundance comes in many forms, like an abundance of love, an abundance of joy, an abundance of laughter and good health. Like there are so many beautiful ways that we are abundant in our life. And with this card here, I feel like this fairy couple's out on a date, and I'm thinking like abundance of time. Like you'll have time to do something for yourself, or you'll have time to go out with your partner and go on a date, go to a movie or something where before it felt like all time was accounted for, like you didn't have a moment to yourself. And now you have more time to go out and do fun things. I'm going to ask for some clarification. Six of Wands. Wow, that's so similar to the energy of celebrate here. Six of Wands is like the person's coming back into town and they're being celebrated. It's a victory. And I feel like this is you in this card. You are this crow being celebrated. And the roses to me make me think of divine feminine energy. That your heart is like a rose and it has opened up, it has blossomed. Just like the fairy in this flowers, how the flowers have opened up and blossomed around her. You are blossoming at this time. Wow, Nine of Cups. What's interesting is here's the Five of Cups that like wanted to come out. And it's really funny because the tarot perfectly matches the fairy cards. And that blows my mind how that happened. But this really validates to me that at one point you were in this lack energy, that you were looking at all the things that weren't available to you, that you were closed off to these Two of Cups behind you that you didn't see, like closed off to the abundance that was rightfully yours. And you did something to work through that. And because of it, now you are in the energy of the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is like happiness and contentment. Like this crow in the card has all these amazing things around it, like shiny objects and apples and meat, like all the wonderful things a crow could ever want. And I feel like that is the energy around you right now. Like, and if you're not experiencing it right now, it's coming to you. And the sunflowers in these cards remind me of that joy and enthusiasm, that you have left this anxiety behind, that you've changed your perspective. And it might not even be that your physical situation changed, but that your perspective changed, your heart changed. That really is something to celebrate. That's really amazing. Okay, final card for pile number one. Whoa. Hawthorn. Wow. That I want to take that one because it landed right on the center of the pile. That's incredible. And there's that six again, tying back to the Six of Wands. That victory. This book says one of the totems for Hawthorn are the fairies. So you may be very connected to the fairies. Like, I don't know if that's something you do in your practice, or if you have a fairy garden, or like that you're already doing something for the fairies, or maybe you notice like fairy rings in your yard, or sparkling lights, or something like that. I feel like this pile is just very, very connected to the fairies, whether you know it or not. Hawthorne asks you to spend some sacred time in preparation for a meaningful birth experience. You are encouraged to clean up your act. Let go of what no longer serves you and treat your body, mind, and soul with sacred respect. I feel like you've already done this, like you've already released these things. This is a time for spring cleaning, which not only applies to your home and work environment and your garden, but also to your inner environment. Let go of old stories that are painful. Forgive. You are encouraged to set aside quiet time and go within. Clean out old and unnecessary thought patterns and unhelpful emotional patterns and let them go. You may be ready to let go of behavioral ruts or habits. Yeah, I feel like this is something you've already done or are in the process of doing. And maybe if this is something that you just started, the fairies are saying like winter will be your timeline when this abundance comes in. But the energy of this reading is so amazing. Well, thank you for hanging out with me today. I had a really great time doing this reading for you, and I hope you take the time to celebrate yourself and go do something fun. Until I meet with you in the next reading, I'm wishing you a wonderful and blessed day. Bye. Hi, if you picked pound number two, then this is your reading. Hi, if you picked pound number two, then this is your reading. For this reading, I picked the acorn fairy and the red jasper. And of course, when you plant an acorn, it grows into this huge oak tree. So the energy of the acorn and the oak are connected in this way, and I wanted to read to you some information I found out about them. Acorns symbolize fertility, growth, fresh starts, and potential. The acorn is a small and unassuming seed that holds within it the potential for great growth and prosperity. From the tiny acorn, a mighty oak tree can grow, reaching up towards the sky and spreading its branches far and wide. In this way, the acorn symbolizes new beginnings, growth, and the promise of a bright future. Together, the oak tree and acorn represent the cyclical nature of life. The oak tree, with its roots firmly planted in the earth, represents the past and the present, while the acorn symbolizes the future and the potential for growth and change. Just as the oak tree sheds its leaves in the fall, only to sprout new growth in the spring, so too do we experience cycles of growth, change, and renewal throughout our lives. And it also says that the oak and acorn is associated with wisdom and knowledge, that it was believed to be a portal to other worlds, and that its branches reached up to the heavens. And this was interesting. In Norse mythology, oaks are linked to Thor, and they believe that placing acorns on windowsills would guard your house from lightning. And in the medieval times, acorns were used as a talisman and they carried them for health, luck, and prosperity. And I chose the red jasper for your palette because red jasper to me is very grounding, very earthy, and it reminds me of like the roots of an oak tree. So if you pick this palette, I wonder if you're starting like a new project or you just started a cycle in your life and you're beginning something new. But let's get to the fairy cards. Okay, fairies, what do we need to know for pile 2? Okay, inner child. The fairies of playfulness remind you to make time to embrace your inner child. Playing keeps us young at heart. Do something silly and fun, but stay safe. Stargazing. When you gaze at the stars, you give yourself fairy focus. Your intuition will flow more freely and reveal what you need to know about your situation. And inspiration. Be prepared, as you'll soon receive a visit from the fairy of inspiration. Come dusk or dawn, she can call at any time. I am definitely getting from these cards that there is a new project on the horizon. Like a seed has been planted, an idea or a seed has been planted in you for something that you want to do. And with the inner child card, I feel like it is something connected back to your childhood. So maybe something you always wanted to do as a kid, even, or something that you loved to do as a child, but stopped doing when you became an adult, and now you're going back and revisiting it. And that's why I love the fairies, because this is fun, light energy. They remind us to have fun. This card, I feel like this is you meditating and thinking and dreaming up what you want to do. And it also makes me think of like wishing upon a star, that you are wishing for this thing to happen in your life. And it's nighttime in the card. And I wonder if this is a project you're working on at night. Like maybe something you do after you get off of work or something. But I feel like the fairies are helping you with this because it says, like, get ready for inspiration. And that may be where this earthy energy of the red jasper comes in because maybe you seek inspiration from nature. Maybe a lot of your ideas come when you're outside, when you're going for a walk or sitting under the trees or working in the garden. It makes me think of going for a walk or going on a hike and your mind's clear because you're just enjoying the trees and nature and an idea just pops into your head. And I'm seeing like a trail full of oak trees or a park full of like old oak trees. That the trees themselves are giving you wisdom for this idea. Maybe you talk to trees or you have respect for trees, you love trees. But I feel whatever this is, because it is connected to the acorn and the oak, that it's going to grow deep roots and become something big and stable in your life. Okay, let's ask the fairies for some clarification. Okay, this came out third. That's funny because we also got this card in pound number 1. So if you felt drawn to pound number 1, that may be confirmation for you. The Nine of Cups, that's happiness and contentment. So whatever this new project is, it is connected to joy and connected to contentment. And that's why I think it's connected to something from your childhood. Like it's something that was a part of you always. And because this card is the Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, I wonder if this is something you're monetizing. And if so, this card tells me like it will be successful. Just like the acorn grows into a giant oak tree. Like it is going to grow into something big and stable. And you will not only be nourishing yourself, but nourishing others with it. And because there are two queens here, I feel like this is something you're doing for yourself independently. Like this is for you. And with the Queen of Swords, it's like you're not listening to other people that may be trying to tell you not to do something. Like you're intelligent and you know what you're doing and you've made up your mind and you're getting these downloads and you're following your intuition in this. It's built on a solid foundation, and that's why it's going to be successful. Pile number 2. And I don't know why I'm reading this, but I'm reading it like IOU. Like you took out a loan, or somebody feels like you owe them something, and you're like, I don't owe you anything. And that's that independent energy I'm feeling with this pile. You dreamed up something for yourself, something that you've wanted for a long time, and you're taking action on it. And I'm hearing in my head, you're in control of your destiny. You're in the driver's seat of your destiny right now. I know I'm pronouncing it wrong, but I'm just going to call it the U tree. And it says it is connected to death and rebirth, endings and beginnings, regeneration, which is exactly what the oak tree is connected to. From the beginning, it talks about the cyclical nature of the acorn and the oak. The yew lives for a very long time, and you will often find them in the cemeteries of Great Britain. The yew marks endings and rebirth. This tree also stands for silence, contemplation, and meditation. And that's what we talked about in the stargazing card. Like you're meditating on something, something that you're trying to bring in. So there is a promise of regeneration here, but we have to get through the winter first. When you get this card in a reading, expect some sort of ending. What are you done with? What have you completed? What have you had enough of? What is asking you to let it go? You may not know where you are going, but you don't need to. The you asks you to embrace change, to follow the process. Something is dissolving so something new can be birthed. And I feel like because this is specifically the acorn fairy, that you are already in that rebirth process. You're already planting that acorn. And it says, the you will connect you to your ancestors and to the places from which they came. There is much ancient knowledge here to access. Are you open to their guidance? And to me, that is reflected back in this inspiration card, how it says, like, you're going to get a download. You're going to get some sort of spark of inspiration that's going to help you on your way. Do not be afraid of change. They are just portals into new beginnings. Breathe deeply. Listen to the inner silence, in which you can hear what has gone before and that which endures for all time. You are part of an important legacy. You are a steward of Mother Earth with work to do. Be kind to yourself. Treat yourself with love and respect. You are a holy being of great potential. And I am so excited for you. Whatever this is, it seems like it's bringing so much like happiness and joy to your life, and also like financial stability. Thank you for spending time with me today. I had so much fun doing your reading. Until we meet in the next reading, I'm wishing you a wonderful and blessed day. Bye.